Good morning, everybody. Yesterday I told about Atma Siddhi Yoga. It contains 12 steps. From today onwards, we are going to see each step in a separate series of video. Step 1 is how to develop concentration power and self-determination power. This is the first step, because if you want to achieve anything, what is needed is interest, involvement. For this, the first step required is concentration. Any work you do, any study or any job you do, first you have to focus your mind on that. So your concentration power should be more, first thing. If you want to achieve success, the basic foundation is concentration. And when you do concentration, you may get diverted due to various extraneous factors. And without your knowledge, you get diverted. So in order to avoid diversion, you should have a very strong self-determination. So that's why under Atma Siddhi Yoga, step 1, we are fixing this concentration and self-determination power. How to develop this? So in that respect, first we have to know one of the important scientific principle called we have studied in our school on this how the infinite rays from the sun, if we keep a convex lens, when the infinite rays of sun falls on a convex lens, if we keep paper, suppose if we keep paper in mid-sun, after 10 minutes if you touch it, you will have just a small amount of warmth will be there. Instead, if you keep a convex lens below the sun's rays and you adjust the convex lens suitably so that the sun's rays falls in a form of a dot on the paper. Once the dot, if the dot of sun's rays falls on the paper for some time, the intensity of heat radiations increases very high and it burns the paper. Why? Because the convex lens is kept at the focal point. When it is vectored at the focal point, the infinite rays falls at exactly at this point on the paper. So one atom of paper is burned, automatically it spreads the entire paper and all the entire paper gets burned. So that is the power of concentration. So this focal point, the convex lens, we have convex lens inside. Have you seen, if you read any book or if you hear a teacher's voice or if you are focusing on your work, anything, that is this point, this dot point, what you are referring here. So when this dot point is here, what happens? By this convex lens, it is made to, because this is from infinite, this dot point, in this convex lens, first convex lens is your eyes. So it gets focused on the eyes. So when you see the teacher or when you see a book or when you see a work, focus on the work, your eyes gets focused. That is the first step. After getting focused here, where it goes? So from the eyes, it gets connected to the brain through your nerve. A nerve connects your eyes to the brain. Through the nerve, it gets connected to the brain. And from the brain, it goes to the conscious mind. So up to eyes and ears, brain, it is physical body. And then now it enters the conscious mind, it is pertaining to astral body. So once from brain to conscious mind it goes, it is connected through the nadi. From conscious mind, whatever in the conscious mind, what happens? You have this, your intellect. The sixth sense of discriminative intelligence is there. What it does, whatever you have seen, having received by the brain, it goes to the conscious mind where the intellect analyze, understands what is the content of what is being seen. So whatever the power of concentration will decide the power of understanding also, because what is the teacher is telling, what is the work to be done, if it is correctly understood, it gets correctly received by the conscious mind. And the karta of this conscious mind is your Atma. So Atma receives it, and after receiving the content, it goes and stores in the subconscious mind. The Atma's ultimate creator is the Supreme Self. So if our concentration is perfect, then the object gets connected to the Supreme Self. When your buddhi is in the Supreme Self, your mind will be in a thoughtlessness stage. That is, except for what work you have to do. Besides this, nothing will disturb you. Whatever extraneous factors are there, nothing will disturb your mind when the object is connected to the Supreme Self. So that is the connectivity which you are now going to do through this concentration and self-determination technique which you are going to follow. So if your concentration is weak, what happens? Whatever you see through the eyes, before it goes to the brain, it gets disconnected. This is the first block. Even after receiving the brain, before conscious mind, there is another block. You will not know. From conscious mind, before go to Atma, there is another block, and the subconscious mind, between conscious mind and subconscious mind, there is one block. And how this block arises, let me explain. So a teacher is explaining a subject. Your eyes is seeing, but the backbench person is talking about a joke. So your concentration has gone on the backside of the joke. So what is happening? Whatever message teacher is telling is not reaching the brain itself. So you are just seeing that what she is telling is not hearing. So this is the first block, because your concentration on the backbench, it has gone, not to the subject what you are supposed to know. And then comes suppose you are hearing, it's reaching the brain. But now, before it goes to the conscious mind, what happens? You are being diverted. Outside, a cricket is being played. You just watch that. So teacher is telling, it is reaching the brain, but your mind is in the outside watching the game. Or it may think of yesterday's cinema joke what you have seen. When you are studying, you recollect some joke in the TV what you have watched yesterday. This is past in the present. You are watching the game outside, it is absent in the present. Or you may go to the future. In the evening we have to go and play the cricket. So we have to organize all the ball, everything. So when the class is going, you are in the future. So future in the present. So past in the present, future in the present, absent in the present are the blocks that create between the brain and the conscious mind, and you will not receive the message at all to the conscious mind. And next comes suppose if there is a fear in you, you have studied, your concentration is there, you have studied well, but when the fear is there, what happens? Between the subconscious mind and conscious mind, a block comes. So what happens? It gives your memory power become weak. When the examination, you get fear, the examination fear makes you, though you have studied the subject, you are unable to write the answer, because whatever stored in the subconscious mind, this fear create a block between conscious mind and subconscious mind, and that is the loss of memory. Loss of memory in the sense you forget. The power of recollection gets weaker. So these are all the blocks: past in the present, future in the present, absent in the present. Or sometimes you don't do anything, you are blank in the present. All these things will affect your IQ level. What is IQ? Whatever you see, whatever you receive and assimilate and store, and whatever you reproduce. Receive and reproduce. The difference is the IQ, intelligent quotient. What you receive and what you reproduce exactly as it is. So if it is equal, then quotient is 1. That is 100%. Whatever you receive and whatever you give, if it is 50%, whatever you receive, you give only 50%, your percentage is 0.5, that is 50%. So your marks you get in the examination, I am 80%, 90%, 100%. That shows your IQ level. What you have studied, what you are able to reproduce. The difference, the ratio between these two is the intellectual quotient, IQ. So if this IQ has to be powerful, this connectivity between this eyes, brain, conscious, Atma, everything should be perfectly streamlined. So now this technique is going to talk about how to develop your concentration power and how to develop the self-determination power. So what you are going to do is, I am putting a dot here. This is called dot concentration method. What you have to do, you put a dot in your wall or in a plain paper and keep it 45 degrees angle, and then sit on the chair in a relaxed mode. So while sitting on the relaxed mode, you keep your fingers, these 5 fingers. These 5 fingers have got a spiritual value. So, Anamaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, Manonmaya Kosa, Vijnanamaya Kosa, Anandamaya Kosa. These 5 kosas. Physical body, astral body, mind, Atma, creator. So when you keep your mudra like this is called Chin Mudra. So while sitting in the chair, you sit relaxed and keep the fingers like this. And both the fingers you keep like this, Chin Mudra. What it refers to is when the physical body, astral body and mind get synchronized, then the Jivatma merges into Paramatma. That is the ultimate objective of human being. This is spiritual. But here what it refers to is the physical, astral and mind get concentrated, synchronized. Then this is soul, this is creator. They get connected together. That means your mind is focused at the supreme conscious stage of life. So whatever you receive, it reaches here, means your IQ is 100%, your concentration is 100%, your determination power is 100%, your divine power is 100%. So whatever you do, you achieve success. And that is the power of this Chin Mudra. Focus on this Chin Mudra, sit relaxed and focus on this dot. So here very important point, the dot concentration is, when you see the dot, what you have to do is, without moving your eyelids, you have to keep your eyes open, focusing on the dot as much time as possible. You should not move your eyelids. So the more you concentrate on that dot without moving your eyes, so whoever comes and touches you, you should not get disturbed. Whatever sound vibrations going outside, you should not get disturbed. Your focus should be only on the dot. This improves your concentration power. So this convex lens becomes strong, all the blocks get removed and the subject get connected to the Supreme Self. 100% your IQ power develops. And while doing it, you just observe how much time you are able to open your eyelids. So, by focusing on the dot, you are increasing your concentration power. By watching how much time you are able to open your eyelids. First, initially, your eyelids get closed in 10 seconds. Then you just focus. No, I will keep my eye open 15 seconds. Suppose it closes. No, I will keep my eye open 30 seconds. Then increase it. 1 minute, 2 minutes, like that. See how much time. Even water comes from your eyes, you should not leave. Your determination power improves if you see that you keep maximum time your eyelids can keep kept open. So gradually increase the number of time period of keeping the eyelids open. So I want to keep my eyelids open as much time as possible. So that shows your determination power, it automatically increases. When you are focusing on the dot, that concentration power is increasing. When you focus on the eyelids to keep it open as much time as possible, that improves your determination power. So simultaneously concentration and determination power develops. So this is you should sit and do this for minimum 10 minutes and see, even water flows out of it, even anybody comes and touches you, you should not get disturbed, and you see that you focus on the dot and you see that you keep your eyelids as much time as possible. This is the first step of Atma Siddhi Yoga to improve your concentration and determination power. The more you focus and do this practice gets stored in your subconscious mind. An act, if repeated continuously, it becomes a habit. So that is the action you are doing. And the power of this, and the reaction what you are going to get by this practice is, your concentration power develops, your determination power develops. So the action is a good habit of practicing this Atma Siddhi Yoga, of focusing on the dot. The reaction is your concentration and determination power develops. That is the objective of this step 1, which is the basic foundation on which you are going to build your other steps. So for next series, you will follow the other step, up to 12 steps will cover. Thank you.